down a problem. Note down a problem. The equation of the equation of an AC. The equation of an AC is I of t is equals to 42.42 sine of 628t. Now determine the RMS value followed by the average value and form factor and peak factor. Right. Note down all of you. The equation of NAC they given as I of t equal to 42.42 sine of 628t. Now they are asking to determine the values of RMS, average, form factor, and peak factor. Now tell me what are the formulas? What are the formulas? For average value, what is the formula? I average equal to anyone? What is the formula of average current? Quick.
Two IM by pi.
Very good. 2 Im by pi. And what about RMS value of current formula?
IM by root 2.
Good, very good. Then the form factor,
Pi by 2 root 2.
pi by 2 root 2 in the sense, before that we are having one formula, that is RMS value by average value. Pi by 2 root 2 in the sense, the value I mentioned in last classes, after calculating that fraction, we are getting 1.11 per sinusoidal waveform. Then what about peak factor?
Peak value by RMS value.
Very good. Peak or maximum value by RMS value. Right. Now we will check the answers for the given problem. They given the equation as I of t equal to, all of you try to do. The formulas are on screen so that you can try it out. The first one is I average, sorry, RMS value. They are asking RMS. That is IM by root 2. So here, what is the value of IM from the given equation? It will be looks like IM sine omega t. So from this, what is the value of IM from given data?
42.42.
Very good. And what is the value of omega? That is angular frequency, omega.
628.
Right. Very good. Omega is equal to 628 radians per second. My units are very important. Now, substitute IM value as 42.42 by root 2. How much the value? How many amperes we will get?
$29.9, sir.
29.9. So that I am writing as an approximate
30.
30 amperes, right? So we can also call this RMS value as effective value. In some of the textbooks, they can mention as effective value. So no need to confuse, both are same. Effective value or RMS value. Next, now they are asking average value. Calculate average value from the given data. I average is equals to 2 IM by 5. 2 IM in the sense 42.42 by 5. Now, how much we will get?
Sir, 0.471.
Now, why it is 0 point? In your
Okay.
numerator, it's
27.
right, very good, around 27 amperes. Pi in the sense, you know the value 3.14. So the third one they are asking form factor. Your RMS value of current by average value. What is your RMS value? 30 divided by 27.
1.1.
Very good. 1.11. So is that satisfied? While I'm explaining your derivation, what I mentioned, always form factor of sine wave, irrespective of the given numericals, the value should be 1.11. So the last one is peak factor. How much peak factor value? IM by, that is peak value or maximum value divided by your RMS value. So IM is nothing but 42.42 divided by your RMS is 30. So by default, the value we can get as root 2.
1.41.
Right, very good. Or 1.414. Root 2 or 1.414. So by cross-checking these two values, we can confirm these two are correct readings. Understood now? Form factor, peak factor. These two values are always fixed for any problem. If it is a sine function, if it is a sine function, for sine function, always form factor is 1.11 and peak factor is 1.414. So note it down and we will go for next problem. All of you completed? Now, meanwhile, remaining students who are completed the problem, you can just revise the formulas of average RMS. That is with respect to time period. 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t dt and under root of 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t whole square dt. That derivation part just revise once. That shall we go for next problem? Note down. Find the average and effective values. Find the average and effective values, comma, form factor and peak factor of the sawtooth waveform. The sawtooth waveform as shown in below figure. How the sawtooth waveform will be looks like? Just to draw the sawtooth waveform with the some time period values. Make the maximum amplitude as 50. Draw it, no? Zero, 2, 4, 6, so on. And the peak value is 50. So, what is the value of average voltage for the given sawtooth waveform? What is the formula? Generalized formula? 1 over T. Can anyone? Average formula. The screen is visible now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So tell me the formula of average value. They given some sawtooth waveform and they are asking calculate the average value of that particular waveform. Right. Now they're asking average value. What is the formula of average value? 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t dt, right? So before we are going to calculate this average value, we need to know the value of v of t first. So how to calculate this v of t? So v of t is nothing but you have to take the slope. So this slant. So this is slope in the sense, what is the value of origin 0, comma 0? And this value, that time period is x coordinate 50, y is, sorry, x coordinate is 2, y is 50. Now tell me the slope formula. Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. How much? That will be multiplied with 2. Minus 0, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 multiplied with corresponding time period t minus 0. Now therefore your v of t is how much? 25 into t. Now substitute in your average voltage formula. So 1 by, what is the time period this capital T? From where to where you have to consider? From 0 to 2. See, from 2 to 4, again the same shape is reflecting again. That means the second cycle. So this is from 0 to 2. So 0 to 2 in the sense 1 by 2 minus 0. The value is 1 by 2. Integral 0 to 2. V of t is nothing but 25 into t. Now calculate your mathematics, your integration. How much you will get? 25 by 2 integral 0 to t and 0 to 2 t dt. How much? How much value you will get? Do the integration, a simple integration. How much more? All of you able to follow? I'm going very slow. So able to follow? 427, 28. Unmute yourself and respond. 27, 28. 16, 415. Unmute yourself. Able to follow the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right, right. Do it and tell me the value of average value. How much average voltage for the given sawtooth waveform?
25, sir.
Very good.
25.
5 volts, right. Then what they are asking? RMS value. VRMS is equals to So 1 over t integral 0 to t v of t whole square dt under root. Now substitute in this formula 1 by t is nothing but 2 integral 0 to 2 v of t is nothing but 25t whole square dt. So I am removing the root and keeping square on left hand side. Now calculate 25 square in the sense is 625 by 2, keeping outside as a constant 0 to 2 t square dt. Now tell me the answer. How much more? T cube by 3 and substitute the limits. How much the answer?
VRMS also 25.
25. Both are same. No. Check once again.
Yes, sir. VRMS square is 625, sir. VRMS 25.
1250, sir, answer.
Same 25. Check properly. This is not a square to get the same value. You can take it as under root now once again. Here it is VRMS square. By removing the square, you have to keep the root. Whatever the value you obtain, do it as square root of it. Very simple calculation.
35.35.
35.35.
No. Check properly.
Sir, 2. 25.
20?
5.
No.
Yes, sir. It's 35.35.
Why these different answers for simple calculation? 625 by 2. How much? 625 by 2. What is t square integration? C cube by 3. 0 to 2 under root. So VRMS is equals to 625 by 6. 2 cube in the sense 8 minus 0 under root. So 625. 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 625 into 4 by 3. How much the value? 50 by root 3. Six 25 root in the sense 25 outside. 4 square root is 2 by under root 3. 50 by root 3, how much? 50 by 1.732.
$28.86.
Very good. Now see the answer value 28.86. Earlier you mentioned around 35 and around 25. Very simple calculation. Calculation mistakes will make your marks very much lesser. Try to avoid the calculation mistakes. Then calculate the form factor and peak factor. RMS by average value, how much you got? 25.
1.15.
1.15. But remember, there is no units for form factor since it is a ratio, voltage by volts. Volts will be getting answer. And calculate the peak factor. Peak value by RMS value. How much? Your peak value is nothing but 50. 3 by 28.86.
1.73.
1.73.
Very good. 1.73. So why the form factor value is not came 1.11? Why it is not a value of 1.414? Because the given waveform is a sawtooth waveform. It's not sinusoidal. Note down quickly so that we will go for one more problem and then we can wind up the session. Noted all of you. Shall we go for next one? Now note down the next problem. Find the average and effective values. Last problem. Find the average, effective values, form factor, and peak factor for given waveform. Now they given half cycle as a square. And the maximum peak value given as 10. Zero point 0.01 and in between it is 0.02, 0.03, 0.04 and so on. This is your given waveform.
करता వస్తాను
431. Right, Mutton, noted. Shall we go for solution? I will tell the average value, how to calculate, and the remaining you can try to solve it. So first we need to know the value of V of t, right? See here there are two time periods here we are going to divide. The first one is up to 0.001 and the second one is 0.01 to 0.03. So the wave nature, it will looks like up to this one. This is your wave nature dimension. And again it is repeated. Right? So up to this you need to
Convoy.
take the time period.
అయ్యా ఎంత ఇంగ్లీష్ అంట
So 431 I am
Salya.
removing few more concession.
ఇంకేమైనా తీయాలా
Right. Now see that how to calculate that time period 0 to t. That interval is 0.01. In between, t is presented in between 0.01 and 0. That is the value of amplitude is how much it is? 10. Right? So the interval presented in between 0 and 0.01, the value of amplitude is 10. And in between 0.1 and 0.03, how much? What is the value of V of t in this portion? What is the value of your y-axis? How much? Your x-axis?
10. 0.
0, right? Very good. 0. There is no amplitude. The wave nature is going through the 0. So therefore, it will be V of t value in that interval is 0. Now in between again 0.03 to 0.04, the value is 10. All right. So for one full cycle, I considered up to here, but this is a non-uniform. So therefore, I have to consider the complete interval. while calculating the average value. Now, what is 1 by t? That is complete time period, that is 0 to 0.03. If it is a wave nature like this, then you can consider only up to this portion while calculating average value. But the wave nature is non-uniform, so that you can consider complete full circle. Now 1 by t in the sense the value should be 0 to 0.03. So the amplitude we are having is at in between 0 and 0.01. Now the time period I have to consider up to 0.03. So t minus 0 integral 0.03. V of t is nothing but, here I will write 1 by 0 point, so that you can understand if I am elaborating the time period. 0 to 0.1 V of t dt plus 0.012 0.03 V of t dt. Understood up to this step? I'm splitting the intervals. Now in between 0 and 0.01, what is the value of V of t?
10.
10, very good. 10 dt plus in between 0.012 to 0.03. What is the value of t?
0.
0.
0. So I'm directly mentioning as 0. Now do the calculation. 1 by 0.03. 10 is a constant. 0.011 dt. So do it. The integration 0.03 t 0 to 0.0. So 0.01 by 0.03. There is a 10 right here. I use 10. Okay. How much the value of average value?
$3.33.
Very good. 3.33 volts. Once done with average value, calculate the effective value. You know the formula. You are already having the time periods and how much value of amplitude it is consisting in between those two time periods. So just write the effective value formula, that is your RMS value, nothing but. Now I'm just taking the square on left hand side in order to remove the root on right hand side. So 1 over the t value should be 0.03 integral 0 to how much value I need to mention here. I'm directly splitting the value and keeping that as 0.01 V of t whole square dt. Since the remaining value is 0, 0.1 to 0.03. Already we did in average value. That's why I written direct step. So 0 to 0.01. What is the value of V of t here? In between 0 to 0.01?
10.
10. So 10 square dt. Right. Now 10 square in the sense 100 by 0.03 t, the integration. That is the answer, 0.03 to 0.01. Calculate and tell me the answer. You need to keep the root by removing the square. How much value you are getting for RMS?
Zero point 577.
All of you getting the same? Check once. Why you are getting confusing to do the calculations? 100.
Under root 3.33.
Why again under root? Tell me the final answer. So 100,
5.77.
right, 5.77. Very good. 5.77. Now, what they're asking, calculate the form factor and peak factor. Form factor is equal to RMS value by average value. Your RMS value is a 5.77, and how much average value we obtain? Average value 3.33.
3.32.
Some 3.32 or 3.33. So how much the answer of the form factor?
1.73.
1.73. Good. Then calculate the peak factor, that is maximum value by RMS value. Sorry, not IM here, they given VM. So your VM is nothing but 10, the maximum amplitude, divided by your RMS. Your RMS 5.77. How much the value of peak factor?
1.733.
1.73.
1.73.
Okay. Done, all of you? Note it down. Or can anyone take the screenshot your attendance and post in our BEEE group so that I will provide the attendance in our ERP.